this game of the OTML Playoffs. They're having some trouble getting one of these streams to pop up. I imagine it's due to some network conditions. We're waiting on Ron to see if he can get his stream working. Let's see if it works now. I can't see Ron's stream. Can you see it, Highlander?
Sorry, I was AFK. I can't see Ron anyway now.
Yeah, Ron just left. He's back now,
Okay,
but I
let's see.
can't see his stream when I click on it.
Okay, it's infinitely loading for me as well, Ron. So I can see it as well. You probably should lower your try to lower your quality. Infinitely loading.
By the way, for those on the stream, sorry about any background noise.
I can see the others, so.
But daughter has a friend over. Let's see if there's anything I could do to try and help with this.
Still the same for me.
I'm not gonna mess with the quality there. Alright, so it looks like Ron's gonna try and restart, see if that fixes it.
Infinitely loading still.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I don't know why it didn't happen for me, like, for a while. Did you stream, like, in the past run? I think you had. Sucks.
Yeah, I really would like to get all three perspectives here.
Yeah, same. So let me check the options. So you go to options, voice and video, I think.
Well, I can at least hear now, so I think we're on a better path.
Good.
I think if you have hardware acceleration or video codec and those things, you should turn that off in the options.
Good now, I think.
Is it? Let's check.
Yeah, it is working now. Good job.
Yeah, nice. Good job. Okay. So how do we do this? I turn off the streams and we just talk here.
Turn on the three streams and we're just gonna talk about what we see.
Okay, so watching here because no delay, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's do it. Grid. And
Well, Aspirin, if you don't like
okay,
Highlander's opinions,
about
you're free to join as a co-caster yourself
yeah.
for one
Thanks
of
for
these
reminding
games.
me. I probably don't have time for whole game, but Anthracite was fun enough. So I think it's fine, and you can handle it alone. I mean,
Yeah, don't worry. I'll handle it if once you leave. But it's nice to have someone else here for this initial 3 prospective draft choices. It gets a little hectic.
maybe Filter will want to join or somebody else. Well, we can all talk. Yes, if you talk, I don't
Alright,
hear you on
Helion and
Discord
Mining Guild for
on
Ron,
here
Tharsis and
on Discord.
Thorgate for Druin, and Ecoline Credit Corps for Fly. I know which corp I like best. Okay, we got Research and Space Elevator as the big cards for Druin. We got Big Asteroid, Mine, Tech Demo, Indentured Workers. A very solid hand for Ron. Earth Cat for Fly with Mass Converter in hand as well. Credit Core, it's looking like the clear front flyer right there. The IO Mining Industries as Mining Guild, that's not going to work out for you, but Protected Valley and Subterranean Reservoir are both quite good for Mining Guild. So now we just need to, I guess, yeah, I don't see how Credit Core doesn't have a massive advantage here, but I guess one plus side is they only have Mass Converter as a science tag. I don't think they have any other science tags, and Research is over with Druin, so it's going to be harder for him to be able to play the Mass Converter.
Yeah, I agree.
In general, I think Mining Guild has a very playable hand. Lots of good cards, just all around. But against Credit Core with Earthcat, it's still looking scary.
And I mean, it is sometimes hard to take many cards with Mining Guild, but these cards are cheap, I guess, so it's fine. And all cards are good.
It looks like Druin's thinking Thorgate, which I guess makes sense. They don't really have any ability except for being able to get this fusion power online easily, which lets them play the Steelworks Gen 2. So I think that's his game plan. And with the Steelworks, it makes the Space Elevator very easy to use effectively. So I like this play from Druin.
Yeah, I like it as well. He just needs one more tag basically, and then he
He's
has
got
it.
it with power infrastructure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's great. And after he's done with oxygen, he can maybe use it as money, find more. This is pretty powerful, actually, I
One of
think.
the better Thorgate hands I've seen in a long time, I think.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Does he
Yeah,
gamble on the magnetizer? He
I
is. Excellent.
definitely take it. Yeah,
I think it also makes sense to take it.
yeah.
As long as it
He,
doesn't keep you from playing all your cards, which I don't think it does.
yeah, I don't think so as well. I would take Trans Neptune and Indentured as mine guild definitely. I don't know why he's considering to skip that. I think maybe he can't play the Ocean Gen 1 then, but he can use Indentured for that. I don't hate that.
Uh, Trans Neptune just doesn't feel like it has that much upside to me with no science payoffs in hand. But if it doesn't keep him from playing Protected Valley or Reservoir Gen 1, then I think it's fine. But it looks like he elects not to do it since his money is a little precious as Mining Guild.
Yeah, true, but I mean, with Indentured, I think he could pull that off because it's basically +5 cash. So maybe a slight misplay, but I mean, it's only preferences, I guess. Fly has a really good hand with, I mean, Earthcat Credit Core.
Yeah.
But I really like Druid. I mean, this is very niche, and it will be interesting to see what will happen.
I'm most excited about the possibility of Thorgate just having a amazing game here.
Yeah,
What do you think about the mine? I guess it's okay for builder, and you do want to play steel cards as mining guild, but you're gonna be overflowing with steel prod here.
Yeah, he probably will, but I think it's fine. And his only possible milestone is builder, so I think it makes sense to keep those cards.
Yeah,
And I think
I
it's
think
cheap.
so.
Yeah. Let's see what Fly will do. Maybe
He
passing.
might just pass. No reason
Yeah,
to reveal the Earth Cat, and I don't think Cartel is good enough with just 2 production.
yeah, I agree. I think passing might make sense here.
The other alternative is you go for the 2 cards, and you Earth Cat and then flooding for 2 cards.
I'm not sure I like that.
Oh, he's
He
just going to flooding without the Earth Cat. Interesting.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to reveal Earthcat yet, but I feel that there is no reason if he wanted
If you're
flooding.
gonna play a card, I think you should
Yeah,
take advantage of the discounts.
yeah, I agree.
Well, for power, everyone knows what's coming now, but
Yeah.
no one can do anything about it.
What was the second chord for drawing? I missed it.
I missed it as well.
Hmm. Yeah, it's hard to follow all three.
Ooh,
But
Arctic algae and imported hydrogen for credit core. I
and
think you
strip
gotta go
mine.
Arctic algae. Strip mine. I don't think anyone cares about strip mine. Alright, bushes and deep well for Thorgate. I guess he wants deep well since he gets the power discount and it gives him stuff to do with his steel. But bushes
I,
is okay. Then yeah, I think artificial lake is the clear winner from Ron's pack. Oof, what a bad pack for everyone else though. So at least he gets one playable card.
yeah. So this is not great for Fly because everybody will get a good card, and he won't. We know already that he will get trash.
Yep.
So
And it's already kind of a shame for him that he played the flooding with the Arctic algae in hand. The value
yeah,
is rapidly diminishing. But what'll probably happen is if he takes Arctic algae, I imagine Druin is going to take imported hydrogen is my thought, though maybe strip mine instead. And then hopefully Ron doesn't get imported hydrogen, so he won't play an ocean before Arctic algae gets value.
yeah, but Ron will probably just drop.
All right,
Did
so
he didn't play Valley? Yeah,
so will
sorry.
Druin take imported hydrogen, or will he take the strip mine? I could see him considering strip mine with as power, but I don't know.
I
I think imported
think he
hydrogen
will
is just too good of a
hydrogen.
card for everyone else.
Yeah, I don't think he will do strip mine here. Strip mine will be good for potentially for mining guild, although it's counterintuitive. But I mean, if you get overflow with steel, then drop strip mine. I mean, you get some. You basically finish miner. You can fund it right away, and that's it. So it's not that horrible if he finds energy for that, of course.
Yep, I agree. And yeah, looks like Filter on Twitch is agreeing that yeah, deep well for the builder line, and it's very strange to pass up on Earthcat value for flooding. I agree on both counts, Filter.
I will open Twitter as well. Twitter, Twitch, so I can read as well.
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter.
I will
I'm
just
pretty
mute the
happy
stream
with that
there.
decision in my life. All right, yeah, it is interesting. Filter strip mine does seem somewhat appealing as
He
Thorgate,
picks strip
but
mine. I
it
mean,
I think you
it's a
could
bit
go either
surprising
way.
to
But
me
I
he's
think I
thinking
would
so
go
much
imported
about that.
hydrogen just
I
because
mean, I understand why,
strip mine just doesn't feel good for everyone
but I
else.
feel that imported is better card for both of them. Hmm.
Right, I'd go with taking away the better card from my opponent if both of them are equally interesting to me.
Yeah. I mean, he won't play strip mine soon, definitely. He probably argues that will be a safe oxygen bump. But I mean, with bumper,
The another reason to take strip mine here is that it does help with miner possibilities, and with mining guild in the game, you do feel like miner has
yeah,
a good chance to get
yeah,
funded.
that's a good thought. But I feel that he's second anyway, probably with the bumper.
Yeah. Ooh boy, look at those quality cards for everyone. But Ron gets the imported hydrogen as mining guild. That's insane for him.
But on the other hand, he has Valley. I think he will play Valley, not.
Yes, he will play Valley this turn.
Yeah, it makes sense more.
The downside with Valley, though, is that I don't believe he has another tile to get him out of the south if he plays the Valley on the 2 titanium.
Yeah, but you think about that later, I guess. Usually, I mean that's a good point, surely. But I feel that Valley on 2 titanium is correct play for him.
Oh man, I didn't even notice that some Brown did not take Artificial Lake, he instead took Soletta. I don't really understand that, because what are you going to do with Soletta?
I think he wanted to cut it, but I mean artificial lake is obvious for
It's one
me.
of the best mining guild cards, I think,
Yeah, it's very
point-wise.
good. Yeah. I think he was maybe concerned by passing Soletta to Credicore, then maybe the game gets rushed, and he sees that Ruin has bumper, so he doesn't like that potential. I think that was his reasoning. I mean, he will tell
It
us.
might be, but I think it's not correct.
Yeah.
He probably thought like artificial lake is not that impactful. That kind of is not very impactful.
Yep. That's
I mean, yeah, as
right.
many good, of course, it can be okay.
Yes, Mining Guild definitely. I mean, you will have a ton of
But like
steel.
for all other players, it's probably not a keep.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just like 18-4 notion plus like point.
Yep, I agree for other players it's not worth it, but Mining Guild, I think it's a good use of steel. And for anyone who doesn't know, this is Filter that just joined the conversation. He's my opponent in the next round, and the winner of this game will be the opponent of both of us. So, high stakes game.
Like the reason I like strip mine for Thorgate is well, like basically secures the heat bump. It's good for builder, it's good for miner.
I think
Steel you can spend.
you ask something in Twitch chat. I think that it was clearly better for him because he's also credit core and he can probably take Gardner with that. So
Alright.
I think it was better.
We got a power plant for Thorgate, makes sense. I imagine Radkim is what Mining Guild wants, though it is a little tempting to take some power in Giant Space Mirror. And Plantation for Credit Core, I don't super like that much, because already your standard Project Greeneries are nearly as efficient. But,
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay, I guess, to prevent someone else from getting that efficient greenery.
but he passes to Mining Guild, and Mining Guild, I mean, he can't play it yet, right? Because he doesn't have two tags, but it would be good for Mining Guild. So that's why he thinks about that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Interstellar Colony ship is not that great of a card for him. If he gets the mass converter down, it's fine, but he's still a long way off from that possibility.
I mean, Interstellar here is by far the best card for him if he gets science, right? Then he wants it, but I mean, we don't know if that will happen. So, shuttles. I mean, shuttles is good, but I don't know.
Shuttles
As
is
credit,
Shuttles is a in between card, right? Where you're not sure you're ever going to get the science, but you think you might be wanting to get the space discount stack with the mass converter. But I don't think he has enough space cards in hand to really justify a shuttles at this point.
yeah, I mean, he sees shuttles will be played fast because drawing has bumper, so I guess that's his reasoning, and it's okay. But I don't know. I mean, it's a card pick. because neither of these cards are great for him, and except for ICS. I think I would gamble on ICS here because I'm Predicor as well. So
Personally, I like Plantation the most because I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
give
leaning
it
Plantation as well, even though it's not good, as good when you're Credicore, since your standard projects are fine. The others just don't have enough upside with your hand.
yeah, Plantation probably just as a cut, so he saves his Gardener line. I guess makes sense.
Yeah, if you pass Plantation to the guy with Protected Valley already, that really makes your Gardener under threat.
Yeah.
And like he does have Earth Cat, so it's like still pretty MC cheaper than SP.
Wow. Look at Ruin.
Yeah, he's
Keep
having to decide if he wants the Giant Space Mirror, which goes great with the Strip Mine, so I think he's going to go with that plan now. Is that Space Elevator ever going to get played? At some point, I guess. Credicore probably thinking about the Asteroid Mining Gen 3, just continue their production, which, yeah, I don't hate, but they have no space cards in hand, so that Titanium does not have a home for the time being.
But
But compared to the rest, I don't see it being useful. Like,
I,
ore processor and farming, not really that good for him.
yeah, I think Bernie said he didn't take Magnetizer now because he got so much energy and oof, okay.
Yeah, Magnetizer would have been quite good for him. Like,
He had it
how
in
did he
the
go?
starting hand.
Like yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think Thorgate is going to regret not getting the magnetizer, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Ore processor, I guess he knows he passed the giant space mirror, so I give him 2 oxygen bumpers, but I don't think Druin would go for that.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems incorrect with the strip mine as well. It's like
He's
too much
just
oxygen.
cutting John Space Mirror.
Oh, I would think he'd take giant space mirror, but I mean, I guess he already has the deep well heating for strip mine.
I would buy John Space Mirror. It's very efficient for him. I mean, you will use Strip Mine as well, and you might need energy for other cards, such as cities or whatever. And John Space Mirror is probably the best you can find. I mean, he can hope for mass or quantum with his science, but I mean, after that, John Space Mirror is the best, I think. And he has Power Plant as well. I would buy it. His hand is pretty empty. He doesn't have card draw. Some floating hit is also fine. I think it makes sense. I don't
Yeah,
I mean,
understand.
he does have the power for strip mine though, and like he can
yeah.
play cities once the 2 is done. So
Also, to
he
more
doesn't need
point,
like
also
more energy, I
maybe
think. Like he could buy it for like heat production if he wants to. Like
I feel like it's just one of those cards, as Thorgate, that is just generically good. I would probably buy it as long as it didn't prevent me from playing Strip Mine or Space Elevator or whatever he wants to play this generation.
yeah.
I mean it's an efficient card, but it does have like his energy needs satisfied.
I think he can wait more on Street Mine. It's fine to wait more. I like.
No, I would want to play Strip Mine this gen if I could. So it just comes down to, can he afford Power Plant and Deep Well and Strip Mine if he buys these cards?
I think this elevator is a bit better to play now if you want to play something now because it
No,
allows.
you want the strip mine because you can then use the minerals from the strip mine to pay for the space elevator, right?
Yeah, but you will use it now after the bump anyway, and you have more. You spend less cash and get not more cash, but you get similar. You get MC right away, right? I think it's a bit better, and I would use it for the bump probably. I mean, it's probably the same, but he can wait a bit more. I think it's not pressured by anything here.
I mean the advantage of playing space elevator first and strip mine later is that you can secure the heat bump.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
That's true. You do get that
Rare.
oxygen bonus.
Yeah, he'll play. I think it's correct, but I mean, you can make an argument for both. But I think he made a mistake because he didn't play it after pumping. Maybe he's afraid of Iron Raiders or something.
I don't think it matters either way, because you're going to use the steel for strip mine anyway. Oh, an
Yeah.
Electro Cat. Nice. That's great for mining guild.
We have an interesting situation now, though, because Builder is not that safe for Iron Guild at the moment.
No, Builder is not safe at all. Whereas it looks like Planner is quite safe for yellow if he's willing to keep going for it here. He's going to have to pass again and then develop with the Earth Cat into all the rest.
I think that Planner is safe for him anyway, because I don't see Druin or Mining Guild or anybody to push for that, so
He might be thinking about SP Greenery, which is interesting. Concerned enough about Gardener that he wants to start working towards it, but I think that's just not going to work for him. It's too slow.
Yeah. I think at this stage, if he doesn't have oceans, if he had oceans in the hand with Arctic Algae, I would go for Gardener probably. But here, I think that I would just secure Planner, Dropper, Cat. I mean, you are poor for doing all that. Yeah, he passed.
Yep, he's done.
Yeah, I don't think he can afford.
Yeah, he can't afford
He
to
probably
go.
doesn't get Gardener because he has like too many cards, not enough
Yeah.
money.
It would be horrible if he tried that and then fails. Then it's just game losing. So I think not going for it is correct.
Although it's not clear who's getting the third milestone.
Yeah, at the moment it's not,
Like
but
Builder is not like Builder is definitely gonna go. It's just a question when that goes to Mining Guild or Thorgate.
well,
And the
Ron,
third milestone is unclear.
Ron getting the
Probably
Spiller
Gardener.
Wind Power and Electro Cat from the tech demo just like helped his game out so much there.
that was brutal. Roy has an advantage over him next gen, so can he fight for Builder? That's an interesting question. He
It
will
looks
fight
like
it.
he's gonna try by going ahead and playing the deep well.
I think it's correct.
I would use all the steel, yeah.
There is no. Yep. Unlikely Torgate. Like, this is maybe the best case scenario for Torgate. It's amazing how good this hand fits into Torgate.
Yeah, agreed. It's just really painful to spill there.
Yeah. Well,
So currently he has one, like he's up one.
yeah, but he has 6, so it's basically same. Like, he had 5.
That energy tapping there for Credit Core could really, and Power Supply Consortium, both of those could really mess with Thorgate. And Ecozone and Insects and mining
Cool.
rights for Thorgate. Is it ever mining rights for Builder here?
Oh, I hate that pack, and Ruin hates
Wow.
it probably as well.
Yeah, that's rough.
But on the other hand, like the bio cards aren't that powerful this game because the oxygen is flying.
Bio cards are not good for him.
Yeah,
But
I think you have to take it, and you just
Might be
hate it.
mining rights here.
Yep, you hate it, but you have to do it. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
Can you pass mining rights to Mining Guild? Like, that's suicide, right? Can't do it.
Yeah, that kind of costs Builder, plus it's like amazing for
Yeah,
mining guild.
also, what is good in this horrible draft is that one person won't have both Ecozone and Insects, and you know it. So that's like a bit comforting, but I mean, obviously, it sucks. I think he made the correct pick.
He's cutting the energy
I
tapping,
mean, it also
which makes
sucks passing
sense.
Ecozone, but
Yeah, always
you can place
sucks.
it like on titanium.
Yeah, and Ron's loving the Ecozone and the insects with the bushes and the plantation. So Is he gonna go for the Eco Zone to help Mining Guild's ability, or Insects for scaling? I
I
wonder.
think Eco Zone here. I think it's correct.
Yeah, I
I
probably would
like
also.
Ikazan.
Alright,
Wow.
Power Supply Consortium over the fish, maybe. Interesting.
I don't think that that pick would make sense. I mean, you probably just take fish. Solar power.
Solar power? For what?
Hmm.
Maybe he doesn't want to give Druin Builder, but let him have it. You're not gonna. It's not affecting you any.
Yeah, and maybe he. I mean, you don't know if he has it already, and Rowan has it basically. I mean, he can pay for it. That actually because strip mine is too expensive, right? Can he pay for builder this gen? I don't think so. He doesn't have enough. He can play both cards, but he can't fund. I think
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he can fund this gen, which is awkward for him for sure.
maybe he can't even play strip mine. I can't calculate right now. He has 4 from bumper. He sells 1. That's basically plus 3 more, so that's plus 7 cash. And he buys 1 card, so he has 29. That's not enough.
And he does take the solar power. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Third pick Insects. Insane. Now I guess Druin is having to calculate, is it worth passing Power Supply Consortium and just taking the fish? And it probably is. I don't think that the others have the power tag requirements to hit him with it.
Yeah. But this,
We cut so many power tags already. Like, we found so many already. It'd be hard for them to play.
and I don't think that Ron would even consider playing that. I mean, he sees 6 energy, so he's probably like, whatever. I don't think I would buy energy tapping in his spot here.
Yeah, I also don't like energy tapping. The minus point just doesn't seem good, and these players are good enough that they're not going to let the power float when they do play the energy.
Yeah. Well, actually, this cut of a building tag might make sense. This might be important this game, although it's like doing nothing for fly. He saved the builder for Ron, which is very
Yeah,
interesting.
but why would you care about that? Both of them are quite scary at this point in the game, I would argue.
Maybe he probably thinks that Druin is better at the moment. Keeping on insects with Arctic algae, I'm not sure about that.
No, I think you definitely take insects if you're gonna take wife. Like, that's more of a speculation than insects, I think.
Interesting. I mean, he has some Jovians, he has some
Not to
Titanium.
mention he's at 15 cards. Wasn't he gonna go for Planner? Does he have a way of getting one more card?
Planner is safe, definitely. I mean, they are
Yeah,
not yet.
but why not buy a good card? Just go ahead and secure it, I'd say.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
with third cat, it would make sense for me to just get it over with that and then just play cards, right? So
I mean, insect is almost always a buy, especially when you have Earthcat and lots of cards
Yeah.
in cities. Even when the O2 is done, it could be like cheap points.
Looks like he's going to go for 2 steel in the ocean rebate, which makes perfect sense. Try and maximize his money so that he can hopefully get builder.
yeah, but he can't. And I would first pump and then do this probably. I mean, he's probably playing around higher graders, which can ruin you, I guess. Yeah, this is so interesting. If this game comes down to who gets builder,
And it very well might. Alright, so Natural Preserve probably also going for the 2 steel in the southeast. Oh, no, he's going for the titanium to get better conversion spots, which does make sense. But
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
let's see, what's he wanting to do now? Passing. Okay.
Did you include the +6 for the power infrastructure actually in your calculations, Highlander?
He's
It's
going to use
plus 2.
4 of that for his steelworks,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, he
So
will
he has
use.
exactly enough to play strip mine. And he probably does.
It's +2 for power infrastructure, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the 2 steel, he has exactly
Yeah,
enough.
he has exactly enough, but he can fund. That was.
Once again, Fly looking at the greenery, and I feel like that's just suicide with Earthcat in hand.
I think he was all over the place.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he has a plan on what he wants to do right now. Too many options, and he's yet to decide which one he wants to do. Selling when planner is up for grabs. Fascinating.
He wants to stall and see what happens, which makes sense in a sense, but I mean, you need to get planner, and if you start playing cards now, you will have to buy more cards, and then you
I
end up
don't really
with.
understand
Yeah.
what he's doing, to be honest.
Alright, one actioning combined with the fact that Druid screen takes a while to load whenever I go in on it means I'm just going to watch it with all 3 screens. Sorry to the people that gave me feedback that you wanted me to zoom in, but just being too annoying to keep zooming in like this. And yeah, I agree with you, Lambtree. Definitely not taking insects is weird, but I think Druin has Builder. I'm not sure exactly his tag count. I think he is at 7 as well, but not sure.
I don't know, in a sense, I think that Fly made himself go into the situation he is now. He had some other options. I mean, despite having Earthcat and being Credicore, I can say that both Ron and Ruin got cards which stick with their game plan better. So that's generally an issue, but I think now that he's just lost in all the possibilities he can do, and neither looks good. So,
Yeah, I think
but
he's
he
in
will
trouble.
need to act.
Like, he has not much going.
Yeah. I think he must go for Cat. I mean, not dropping it now, but like abandon the idea of SP greeneries here and just get planner, and that's it. So buying insects, getting planner, and then like selling this trash card and waiting, I think that would be much better this gen.
Yeah, I agree.
And really, I don't see why he would pass on insects. I mean, it doesn't look like it would be great, but maybe it will. You have Arctic algae, so you want
It's a
fly.
microbe tag too. How else is he playing advanced ecosystems without the microbe tag?
Yeah, I mean that's the best microbe tag apart from viral you might get, right?
Viral and
So
decomposers are all like in that same kind of power tier, I guess.
I think that was just game losing for him. I mean, he's not in a great position anyway, but this mistake is just horrible.
yeah, I agree that it didn't make sense, but
Yeah, it does look very grim for him, having to do nothing again for a 4th gen in a row, basically.
I mean,
I mean, you
he,
played asteroid mining, but so.
yeah, asteroid mining before Earthcat without any titanium cards was also, I don't know why he did it.
I don't mind asteroid mining before Earthcat. Like that, they're both very expensive cards, and it is 6 production from asteroid mining. I'm okay with that. What I don't agree on is the flooding before Earthcat, and now being stuck at 14 cards, wanting planner, and being very awkward.
He also definitely overcut cards. Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't buy like 2 cities from the opener, like with no power. And I think he bought Noctis and Open City from the opener.
Yeah, I think you're right,
Like,
and I
these are
think that's a
decent
mistake.
cities, but
Oh,
like,
he's doing it, the SP Greenery line. Oh, that feels like GG.
yeah. I mean, this is just, I don't see why. Basically, he can like top deck. He can get lucky to get Ice Asteroid, for example, next gen, and then get it for free, basically with Articology. I mean, not for free, but I mean for way less cash. And Gardner, I mean, I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, I see this is bad,
And
but
he
I
doesn't even have it, because now Ron is just gonna Eco Zone and then Plantation, and
yeah,
suddenly, you have to immediately SP 2 Greeneries to beat Ron, and Ron has priority on you.
yeah, that's very bad.
yeah, but he also needs to fight for Boulder, so I think it will be tricky for Ron to
Yeah, Ron probably
go.
can't
But Ron
get.
doesn't have the building tags to fight through Builder.
I mean, isn't it 7-6 now in terms of polling tags?
I thought Ron had like 5.
He has 7 in the hand, but
Oh
he doesn't.
yeah, because of mining guilds, tags aren't included in the tag count. That's right. But in the shown cards, that's what I was looking at. But yes, mining guild does get the extra 2 tags.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 8 in the can, so I mean, maybe he can bluff.
Like Red Cam is number 7, yeah. So then probably just gives up on Boulder and has to go
Yeah,
for
but
Boulder.
what I would do here, he plays first next gen, right? So I would do red cam here, 100%. And if I get attacked, then I get builder, and that's it.
Now he gets that,
Yeah,
and then
but
he gets to open with, or he can just do it now, imported hydrogen for conversion, and then that's it. Gardner's gone. And now that SP Greenery is looking horrible.
Yeah, I really don't.
and Druid snipes the bonus
Yeah,
with the plantation.
yeah. Like they both played into Truant's hand. That's so silly. I mean, they don't know, but
Yeah, but
yeah, this
yeah.
is.
This is just helping Druin out. And Fly just guaranteed himself 3rd place the way it's looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
I agree.
Turkey and Credit Core. I mean, that's rare to see.
I mean, yeah, I think he just overbought cards and played cards before Earthcat for no good reason.
Yeah.
And now he's ping greeneries when he has good cards, selling the card, not even having secured planner yet.
I think the frustrating thing about this for me is that Fly knew he passed Plantation and imported hydrogen to other people. So knowing that, going for Gardner at this stage is just too risky, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could have played Earthcat, he could have played Arcticology by now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now Arcticology looks very bad.
It's still fine. It's still 6 oceans remaining.
Yeah, but with
Yeah, but he
Oxygen
already
flying
lost 3
now,
plants.
Wow,
because he didn't play
another
it.
crazy pack for Drew, and I think it's birds over NRA here, truthfully. But then again, no one has
Yeah,
plant
NRA
production, right?
is not great this game. If someone plays it, you just get to build them right
Yep.
away.
And then Cupola, not looking that great either. Oxygen's so close to going. I guess it's Sabotage or Noctis Farming for Mining Guild. You want the Noctis Farming for Builder, probably, but it's not playable.
Not playable.
But I guess you just don't pass it to... Well, but you're having to pass Soil Factory, which is playable for Druin if he wants to. It's annoying.
I mean, it starts with Ecozone, I guess, but Cupola is great for Druin. He
The problem
has...
is Cupola isn't so good for Ron because he has like one chance to play it and he doesn't have power.
Yeah, true.
Like as being powered, get Cupola.
I don't agree with Druin taking the NRA. I would take Birds if I were him.
Yeah,
Alright, he's changing his mind. Nice.
I mean, also when you play NRA and you get birds right away, like it's horrible.
Good thing about this is you pass an array, so you make somebody maybe goes for it, and they didn't see birds. So
Yeah, I mean, Credicore is probably going to go for it, right? With the Arctic Algae. It's the best card there anyway.
and he passed insects. I mean, Fly, if he made different decisions, I think he would still be very much in this game.
Oh,
Now,
I agree. For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. I mean, like when you're credit choreographed, you should always be in the game.
and credit with your cat, especially.
Do you take the Sabotage here to try and slow down Mining Guild from being able to go for Builder?
Sabotage makes sense if he can play Cupola now because he wants to pump, right? So, but he doesn't have an 8 tag, right? Yeah, this is a hard decision, and then he doesn't have the energy to SD the energy.
I'm legitimately wondering if it's better to take the Soil Factory over Cupola because it doesn't have the restriction on it. But, eh.
I mean, it's cheaper, but Cupola is. I mean, you can't compare those two cards, right? Yeah, sorry, Inon said, yeah, he has 8 tags, so that's why I forgot that he played Strip Mine already, so he just needs to hunt. So, yeah, good call. Yeah, then I think Sabotage makes the most sense. He's buying Cupola. I mean, Cupola is fine, I guess.
It's 2 points, 3 production, it's fine. Your O2 bumper is going to be turning off soon anyway.
Fly again, thinking about one card only. I would
Yeah,
just...
and the worst card for him, right? Like, you passed on insects, and now you want the NRA? Like, ew.
I mean, this pack is bad. This is his weakest pack, probably, so far.
What about Search for? Oh, Search for Left.
Not playable.
Yeah, it's dead. I mean, buy 2 cards and just fund Planner and play Earthcat and try to save something.
Yeah, you gotta buy them now, right?
You can buy Sabotage.
Buy Sabotage and claim and then play it all out.
It costs him 3 cash.
I think Fly generally sees what he did, and I mean, I'm sure he sees that, and he's very much annoyed by how the game is looking at the moment. So basically, he can't even probably can't think clear about what he's doing now. So I mean, it's understandable. Yeah.
Like, also could have played Cartel a long time ago.
Yeah, if he played Earthcat into Cartel, I mean,
It's 2 production. It's basically sponsors after Earthcat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
There are not that many Earth techs. Yeah, it feels a little bit underwhelming, but there's really not that much that makes it better. Like Earth Office is like the big one.
Personally, I would probably wait till like Gen 2 or 3 before committing to the cartel, just in hopes that the draft gets you a better Earth tag. But yeah, at that point, just take the sponsors and be happy with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have played like Earth Cat into Flooding Gen 1, and then he gets 2 cards and another draft to see if he gets more Earth tags, and then play Gen 2.
I would play
Probably what I
John
would've done.
Face Mirror now for drawing.
What's the point though? I mean, I guess it turns back on. He needs to claim builder, right? Like,
Yeah, but now he doesn't have a bumper. He can do it now, right? He can. Okay. After taking 5 cash, he can do it. Yeah. From the space elevator.
yeah.
I mean, he could do this other way around because he has Ron has 6 tags. So.
But he passed sabotage, right? You can't risk that.
Architecture. Well, where did you get that from? It seems a bit bizarre. Gen 5 architecture. Yeah, he's typing in chat.
Yep.
Played it for the micro tag, but did forget about small animals.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, we know that Fly has the ecosystems.
But nobody has small animals, right? So far. No.
Yeah, but like with the oxygen going that fast.
Yeah. I mean,
Curious mistake.
Druin looks very good, but he will have to find the transition in the game here.
At this point, I
I
think
also
both
like
Mining
Druin the
Guild
most,
and
but like
Druin
he
look
doesn't
quite
have
good.
like a ton of cards, but he has some good cards at least.
Yeah, he has it, but
Well, Fly has a lot of cards, but like it's like all
Yeah.
over the place.
they are not great.
And nobody has counter yet.
I think Ron has
So,
better potential for transitioning in the second stage of the
Alright,
game.
Fly agrees that Druin looks strongest. Sabotage is going to hurt him.
Yeah.
That means the bumper stays off now. He cannot get it back on. But better to lose the bumper than to lose the milestone.
Yeah.
yeah, hurts quite a
Yeah,
bit.
this sucks.
Pretty big value loss.
Yep, that's huge value loss. But like I said, I think he was just at 8 building tags after Cupola, right? So would you rather the milestone or a Gen of an O2 bumper?
That's why I didn't like Cupola here.
Yeah, but how else you get in the builder milestone?
He had 8 after.
He had 8 tags.
Yep. I think that was a slight mistake, and I think he
If
could.
you guys say so, it sure looked like he had 8 after Cupola when
No,
he
no.
claimed builder.
Was 8.
No,
And,
he claimed when he had 9, like Stripman was his 8th bowling tag.
Okay.
And then
Emo and Lam3 confirmed that in chat as well.
Research
And,
outpost
like,
for Druin, quite good.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Although
has
this
9.
Mad Lab is really tempting. Like,
Yeah, MedLab is
Mad
good
Lab's
as well.
5 production.
But I think that Research Outpost is.
Yeah, you can't pass that card, especially the mining when mining guild's in the game.
I think you're also passing to Mining Guild. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he passes to Mind Guilds.
I mean, both of them are not fun to pass
Both
the
of
mining guild. but-
This is just a bad pack because he has to
Yeah.
pass like really amazing cards. No matter
I still think that Outpost here is correct because he has Eco Zone, so he might assume that he has more plant cards, and I mean, Mind Guild likes board game.
Looks like Fly
I
wants
might actually
Heather,
prefer Mad Lab to be honest.
and I guess he's taking a Heather to try and go for the NRA value.
You think MedLab is better?
I mean, Mad Lab is like cheaper and it's 5 production, and the O2 is almost max.
No, yeah,
anyway.
sure. MATLAB is better for him, but I think that Outpost is better for Mining Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but MATLAB is also like great for mining gold. So.
Yeah,
Both
but
are great. It's a bad pack to get when you have to give your closest competition a
yeah,
good card.
I think
And
Ron will
both
be
cards are
shocked
so good
now.
that you don't even know which one better.
Ron will be in shock now, I think, when he sees Outpost.
It's also like the exact same tags.
Yeah.
Like everything the same. MATLAB is a bit more money. Outpost has a higher potential for points.
I mean, if Ron would play Outpost MATLAB now, it would be only 3 production. It's not, I mean, it's good, but not great. He doesn't have problems with cash. So Outpost, I think it's a bit better.
Now, if you were Ron here and you get the research outpost, where would you place it? I mean, the obvious thought is in the southwest for steel, but I think it's actually more correct to go in the east, just claim
I
a
would
premium spot.
Yeah, east on one plant, and then you have access to another steel.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that will be correct.
I think because he still doesn't have Cadron, he has like a lot of steel already. I think it's
Yeah.
correct to not take more steel. And minor is really tricky to fund for
Yeah.
anybody.
With
I
strip
think
mine for sure. I don't think I'd ever want to fund it.
And they also probably realized Fly's behind, so it would be against the closest competitor anyway.
yeah, Fly is in huge problems right now. I think. I think if he wants sponsors will hear to him, and I mean he can. I don't like buying it, but he has cartel, so maybe that has some value. I don't know. These cards, I mean, Heather is probably the best for him, but it's so late still. Everything is late here for an array. I don't know. He doesn't have any good options. You can expect Urbanize will be okay in the game where both of your opponents have so much seal, right? So they will.
Yeah, like I think both of them are better. So it might be yours for that reason.
I really don't know.
I mean, Heatherfield's just so useless. Like, it's a cheap plant tag, but like it's still
I
too
mean,
Yeah,
Heather
it's a
also
cheap plant
gets
tag,
kind
but
of
combined
weird.
approximately at the
NRA is
same
not
time. Yours
impactful
gets
this game.
combined.
EOS
Yours
and
is just mainstream.
Urbanize will get picked here 100%. So I mean, sponsors probably will.
I like EOS for Fly.
EOS is the best, but I mean it's not great.
Because you want to at least take a good card from them. And like Heather is just like pretty much
Yeah,
useless to everybody.
I agree. Yeah, EOS is
Maybe
amazing.
not useless, it could be still playable, but not like very good.
They're feeding Druid whole game long. That's so funny to see when you see all three posts. Although I mean, he doesn't know he has birds, but yeah.
He did get sabotaged at least.
He knows he
Yeah,
has fish though, right? He passed that.
yeah, but Fish is like last gen, definitely so. Although it doesn't matter, you probably play EOS last gen anyway. Two bumpers. I mean.
He does have birds though, right?
Yeah, but they. I'm just saying they didn't see. They didn't see
We're
birds.
saying Fly knew about fish. He did not know about birds.
Yeah.
Well, with Space Station, he now has -6 to space if he ever gets that mass converter down. But I don't think he's ever getting that mass converter down.
These cards are all weak. I mean, you can even buy all, but what are you doing?
Yeah, I expect this like to be a super low scoring game. Mainly because O2 bumper taking a lot of points from green race and no card draw, heat is not moving.
Yeah.
So on the next couple gens, they just don't have a lot to do.
I mean, playing Algae still makes sense. That's basically the only scoring opportunity he has right now, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
He will
it's
do
a
it.
clear Algae for me.
And he needs it anyway for NRA. NRA is not great, but it's at least like something. It's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Credit core space
So-
discounts.
I think he was all over the place and made some mistakes. But in any case, what looked that will be his out this game wouldn't happen anyway. So he didn't get Oceans. Basically, he wouldn't be able to do what he hoped to do, get Gardner. So I think despite his tough choices he had to make or mistakes, he's probably not looking amazing anyway. But I mean that might change because he's credit core with third get, right? But he would need card draw for that, I think.
All right, I like the spot from Ron. Did just what we said he should.
Yeah, that's a good play, good spot. Lamtree asks why not sponsors. I mean, it would be okay, I guess, but it doesn't do much. You have cartel, but still, what are you doing at the moment?
If
You
he's
are
going,
getting more production Gen 6 in your
if he's
hand.
going to play if he can play cartel and strip mine, I think it makes sense to do it.
Yeah, sponsors and cartel. Yeah, I mean, you're right, but I mean, it's okay. It doesn't give him what he needs to get. That cash won't help him probably to win this game. So I mean, I would probably do it if you ask me. Why not? I mean, I would do it, but I wouldn't be ecstatic about that. Think it's a reasonable play even at Gen 6 because you have Earthcat, so it's a bit better. I think the Earthcat adds like 1.5 generations to engine cards because they get rebated. So
All right, Druin gets that med lab down.
It's a little bit like menu tech. Like you get an extra generation.
yeah,
I mean, especially for cards like sponsors, right? It's kind of by two. It's an extra generation.
yeah. But I mean, it's the effect is low. Like it's 3 production for how much? 4, 7 cash, 13 cash. 3 production for 13 cash, basically Gen 6. So basically, you get 2 cash out of it.
So how's this
So,
game ending,
I-
guys? We have no heat at all going
You're
on
probably
this game.
gaining cash, but its effect is minor.
I'm a bit surprised Ruin converted energy to money. I think he
Depth
clicked
Center
it and
is
realized
great
it's
for
not a good
credit core.
idea, and then he just used one.
He could, yeah, he lost a hit bump now.
Ooh, the Martian Rails value,
No,
but I think
he only
it's
converted one.
small animals here.
Oh,
So I think he clicked it and realized, oh, I don't have use for all the cash. Maybe it's just better to have the heat.
yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see what Fly picked. Did he pick already?
He picked Devson. He picked Dev
So
Center.
that's the small animals for
That's
the
center. Okay.
Yeah, small animals to hit Ron, then get him to bait buying the livestock and then eat his plant. Like, that just is funny.
For Ron, I think, I mean, Convoy and Greenhouses are good. He probably
even passing biomass.
I would take a greenhouses since you have Ecozone.
probably. And I mean, if you pass Convoy, it doesn't go to Fly, which has Arctic algae. So
But yeah, I think I agree with greenhouses.
yeah. But I mean, it's not.
It's not great to pass both biomass.
I
Yeah.
would actually consider escarpment here for minor.
No, not for minor.
I think
That's
picking
ridiculous.
NRB. I mean, if you pick some better card, it makes sense. But NRB does nothing.
Yeah,
So
but you're not gonna play
I'm
Escarpment either.
surprised that he passed that. Ron can even consider that. He has an empty hand. I think I would bite and hit Ron for minor. At least to make that fund difficult for him.
Yeah, it looks like Druin is
Druin.
debating buying it for minor purposes, I
Talking-
guess, but
Yeah.
Talking
I
about
don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. I think it's fine. Even though it's Gen 7,
yeah,
right?
especially with the heat not moving at all. Like this could.
Yeah.
I think this goes to 11 at least.
Yeah, it definitely goes to 11. It's like. And this is the
We
first
also
card.
haven't seen like much heat production. Like we have seen Soletta, I think Gen 2.
Um,
But not much else.
Yeah, this is, I think, correct, completely correct, because he knows he passed livestock, right? So he wants to play
Yeah,
this.
though he did pass it to Fly and not Ron, but it makes sense to rush it.
But he also passed biomass, so it makes like biomass unplayable.
Yeah. Which is very
He
funny.
doesn't know that Predators is out there, so these small animals might not get a lot of value. Although, if he's playing birds later,
Yeah, it's the same. But
you
now,
should try
after,
it anyway, because then.
yeah, if he sees Predators now, but I doubt that Fly will play it now, because with only one animal, it doesn't make much sense to me.
I mean, it's not playable yet.
Or Fly. This is just devastating. This is just devastating for him.
Convoy into a big asteroid.
And this sad greenery.
Alright, guess Fly's going with the Dev Center plan to try and find something to bail him out of this situation.
I mean, Dev Center makes sense here.
Yeah. I think it makes sense as well. But he's got to find something good. Miranda Resort.
Miranda's.
That's good.
not
He's
bad.
just going to regret not getting that sponsors now.
Yeah, I like Cartel into Miranda right now. I mean, right here, right now.
The Cartel you could have played like 5 gens ago.
Yeah.
You also want to save money for Predators, though, right? Because when Druin bumps that oxygen, you can now take it.
Yeah, but I think you don't want to take one animal from small animal, right? Because then
That's true.
he just stops using it and that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree. Should at least wait for the second one.
Yeah.
But isn't there an eco zone as well? Is my question.
Yeah, there is ecozone, so that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah,
That
we
makes-
forgot about that because nobody's playing green text. So
Yeah, that makes good.
yeah, then you can just probably.
Also, birds online already.
Yeah, but no target for it. Trash plants.
Really rare to see, but can happen in.
Trash plants, they play this game correctly.
I think it's just the bumper and the heat not moving, so like
Yeah.
cards are not online yet.
And even then,
In
it
the
will
oceans
less.
fairly slowly,
Yeah.
so algae is online by now, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
But plants, when oxygen is over, look like less icy, right? But I mean, for Ron, probably, I mean, the board is the way to go because he has EcoZone, he has a ton of steel, and basically that's a normal mining guild transition, I would say.
He definitely wants to go board, but does he have the options, like, to do it effectively? With a lot of the premium ones are gone now. NRA, Insects, Arctic Algae, just not there.
Yeah. But I don't see anything else he would do, right? In any case, so I mean, we will see. This game looks a bit strange at the moment. Neither of them have something to go for transition, especially Druin. I expect him maybe firing off research and even Lagrange maybe this generation, or he just passes with like a ton of cash. Yeah, he plays research. I think it's reasonable. Okay. Oh my god. GG, I guess.
The AI Central.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
So that's like
guys,
literally the best card you could have drawn.
Yeah.
That's how you play this game.
I was about to say, if it's not like correct, to wait on research because neither Marcy or Olympus have been seen yet. When you find AI.
I don't think I'd fund anything here. I think I'd just play AI and just enjoy the game.
Yeah, I think nothing is fundable here, but I mean, he has cash. Although, if he plays AI and draws something what he wants to play right away, then...
Right, that's why I wouldn't want to fund here.
Yeah. I mean, funds are safe, and even if Ron thinks that he can fund the miner, right? I mean,
You're
don't
getting
care.
second, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're clear second place. So
Also, with Greatest Godman League, you have a bad shot to win.
Yeah. But I mean, Ron knows he passed it, so I mean, that affects his decision, probably.
Ron just taking the last TR while he can. That's reasonable.
It makes a lot of sense because it's also not too hard.
I really like how Ron is playing this game so far. I mean, he had good options, obviously, but I don't think I didn't spot mistakes from him, I think.
Now everyone gets to groan once Druin plays AI Central here.
I still don't think he's in a great spot because O2 is max now and he's the only one who doesn't have card draw.
I think this probably flips the game in Druin's favor. I mean, they're close anyway, but this should probably win it for Druin.
Yeah. Ron's hand is just empty right now.
Yeah. I mean,
although Fly isn't out of it yet, like he also has one card draw and he has Jovian Threat. Oh, not a big one yet, but he's critical, he's got space discounts.
Yeah, true, but
he's got a titanium production now.
Out, but it's not looking good for Fly still.
Yeah, I don't say it's over, but it feels like with AI that Druin got the best possible card he could possibly get. Especially at this stage of the game when his hand was getting empty, and I mean...
Yeah, especially because it was like really cheap as well, because he had all this steel.
He had so much steel.
Ron's done, Miranda coming down, makes a lot of sense. Now is the Predator's coming down too, like we want him to do.
I mean, he can steal from Ron.
Steal from Ron and Druin, right?
Yeah.
Has he taken the animal yet? Maybe he's gonna stall to see if he can get Druin to take the animal.
Wait, well, what were the AI draws?
He hasn't drawn from AI yet.
Sold a card? What?
Yeah.
Well, what did you see? Confused.
I don't know why he waits. I mean, he can only play Preds and that's it.
I think he wants Druin restricted area in the Olympus conference. What is that?
Oh my god.
These are some sick draws.
Holy cow, man.
After funding scientists as well.
Well, this is probably my usual game against Druin until this league when I high rolled, but he usually
better not play like that against us, Filter. What is that? Whoa, not gonna get the Olympus value, huh? That's fine. I kind of like reading the Olympus value, but going ahead and getting the card now is equivalent anyway, and now you get that sick rebate spot. Alright, Fly not eating the animal. I think that's a mistake, but I guess he's wanting Druin to take a small animal here.
Yeah, he showed that he more faith. Okay. Yeah, it looks bad. Looks very bad for Fly.
He could have actually afforded Olympus.
Yeah, he
you
could.
couldn't.
No, he couldn't because he got 6 rebates. Yeah, I think this is fine. He can greed next gen as well.
And you can use steal on it. I think it's probably reasonable.
Yeah, I think this was
I wouldn't. I would let float it over.
Yeah, I think this was fine.
I'm so upset. We had such a close game going between Ron and Druin, and Druin just pulled 3 crazy cards out immediately. Alright, there's a Ganymede and a GIA for Fly. I guess he's got to take the Ganymede for his Jovian plan to work. GIA just moves him into closer to last place, right? But you hate to pass that card. Viral for
also
Mining Guild.
TG and
Virus. Look at those stats. They are all full.
And TG for Druin. Yeah, it gets rid of the Jovian thing, unless he wants the nuke zone just to move this game along some. Or and control its length.
Yeah, but
I'd just cut it because he has 3 cards.
yeah, now he just cut the card. I think neither of these cards are great for him. And they are good for his opponents.
So he's passing to Ron.
Passing to Ron, I think you take the nuke zone.
Yeah, I agree. And then Ron must cut TG, but maybe if he passes TG, then we might see Fly.
I think he shouldn't pass.
Yeah, if TG goes to Fly and
Like,
Fly takes Ganymede, it's a game again.
Like, what does mining area do for him? It's just not.
Nothing special.
It's just more production, which you cannot use for anything.
Yeah, I agree. And he doesn't even have a spot right now.
TG, yeah. Sure.
I think Ganymede is completely correct here for.
Yeah, I agree. The GIA just moves you quicker into last place, right? The 4TR is not going to change the game for you. Alright, moment of truth. Yeah, Druin doesn't even have to think about the GIA. Is Ron going to take the mining area or the TG? I think you have to take the TG, Ron, but Mining Guild does love the
mining area just does nothing. Like,
good play from Ron. I like that.
There's no titanium spot left as well.
Thinking about ants for Fly. What does ants do?
Decomposers were passed, right? No.
I don't think I saw decomposers.
No,
we haven't seen DDQ yet. Looks like an easy virus to me.
Maybe it's the microbe tag so that he can play ecosystems.
After passing, he's not buying insects. That would be.
Yep.
I think virus is completely correct here.
Yeah,
that gives
I
control.
agree. When you want to start eating other people's animals, you don't want your bears to start dropping dead.
Yeah, for that reason as well.
And he has plans too.
Yeah. Maybe he thinks, well, those plants are getting nuke anyway because somebody will play giant ice. And he is the only one he can be hit at the moment, I think. So. But I mean, I don't understand why would you pass virus, because if you take ants just to play advanced ecosystems, then it costs like 19 for 3 points, which is, I guess, still okay, but not that good.
I hate this ants pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Druin once again snap picking the virus.
Look at what Ruin. I mean, okay, he must take this from Ruin. I almost assume that he might even
If
forget
I were
that.
Druin, I would keep the GIA in the nuke zone just to end on my terms. I wouldn't just cut them.
No, definitely John Dice is fine, even though he has all the
I
control.
mean, Giant Ice is always a buy.
I
Zone
would take
is-
the nuke zone just to end it on my terms. I really like that card for that reason.
I mean, you can even mine area for Landlord, why not? Because
And
it's free.
Landlord's the other reason I like nuke zone.
Yeah, yeah, he's thinking about that.
I mean, mining area is really cheap, right? It's like
Yeah,
3 cash
it's
for one
very
steel
cheap for him.
production and style.
Yeah.
It's 3 cash for steel prod.
I mean, you do have AI, and 3 card draw basically puts you in driving seat, so
That's what
you're
I'm saying, right? You
yeah,
you play until you're winning easily, and then you play the temperature and just end it. Like it's
yeah,
very clean.
yeah. I would buy all. I mean, those cards are good. I mean, he will. It seems right now that he wins even if he moves the game. Like if he rushes, no matter for 3 card draw, I think he's just the strongest at the moment. So I don't see the reason why you wouldn't buy. I mean, Mind Area is obviously like it's fine, but I mean, I can see the reason why you don't want it. But New Zone definitely,
Yeah,
it's a
I
valuable.
agree. I don't think it's like a blunder not to take nuke zone, but I would definitely take nuke zone in his position. But he skips it. Okay.
Yeah, I would have bought it too. It's like really cheap.
You would buy how many?
Oh,
I would buy
Ron's
all
thinking
4.
about funding Miner, maybe? I would really not like that fund. I guess he's doing it. I guess he figures he's got nothing to spend his steel on anyway, so it's fine. But, ugh.
Yeah, but what else is fundable at the moment? Nothing. Landlord he wins, right? So
Yep.
I
Well,
mean we don't know.
Titanium Mine is nice for Fly, I guess, with his Jovian strats.
I really dislike the miner fund.
I think that's the first bad decision Ron made this game. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really
Druin
don't like
was
it.
typing in chat 3 question marks after funding miner.
I guess the argument here is that Ron's got no card draw, while Druin's drawn 3 cards. Druin will find a use for his minerals, Ron will not. Ooh, Industrial Center is fantastic, and the Robo Workforce. Like, Miner is just done for now.
Whoa, so what can you copy? Strip mine?
Yeah, you can copy Strip Mine.
Copy strip mine. Rip miner. I mean, I guess he still wants to spend his minerals, but like Ron cannot spend like any of his steel basically. So he's
Which I
winning
think is the
every game.
reason why he funded it, because he figured he has so much useless steel that it's fine, but it's just a mistake, I think, to do it here.
Yeah. Another
It also
reason
costs
why.
14, right? So it's no bargain.
Yeah, but at the moment nothing else is funded. Like what fund they can do? I mean, maybe you can argue for Banker, for Fly, but I mean,
Yeah, that
I'm not sure about that. Also, why
Banker
I don't
against 3
think
card
that.
draw does sound like a best idea ever.
Yeah, and Ruin is probably your opponent, right? And Ruin gets second there, so that's why I don't like it. Because you know you cut TG, which is probably the best card Fly can get, right? So
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, and he has to play
Fly.
for first anyway, so he needs to beat Druin.
So Fly now
And Fly of
plays the
course as well, but
Predators,
Druin's
so
more
he's
scary.
gonna, I guess, start munching on the Eco Zone and then the small animals after that.
he wants
Industrial
to.
Center is also a great pickup.
Like, I would do the eco zone here, personally. Because the reason is that if Ron has protected Habs, then all of a sudden that's it. You can't get any more. Whereas if Druin gets protected Habs, you can still keep eating on the eco zone forever, right? I like keeping the one animal around for that reason. If I have to choose, and one of them could get protected Habs.
Well, on a different, like on the other hand, like Druin is a lot of cards, drawing a lot of cards, so he's more likely to get protected Habs, and he might be the player to beat.
Yeah.
That's fair.
On the other hand, I don't think. Did he remember he passed virus? I mean, he will eat 2 animals, he will get virus. I mean, if he is in contest for the first. I mean,
Yeah, he won't be getting virus
Yeah.
until the end of the game if it looks like he's a threat.
yeah, of course, but I mean, you passed virus, and then I
Do we think we'll see Druin using his energy to get 2 steel here for minor purposes, or is he going to let it go over to heat just to help move this game along?
He
I
can
think
also
I
cash if he wants
shouldn't
to.
use bumper anymore because he has enough steel.
I don't think it matters. Like,
Yeah, probably doesn't matter, but I
he either
personally
gets cash, he gets heat, or he gets steel. It's all somewhat equivalent. Like especially
yeah
steel or cash is
yeah
equivalent.
basically
You can
steel is
use a steel or not use a steel on cards.
yeah actually power infrastructure makes more sense than steel because 4 energy for steel and 4 energy for cash, right? So and cash is more flexible, so
Yeah, but minor is funded is the
It
reason
doesn't
why
win
you
you
might
mana
consider
though.
the other.
yeah, I understand, but he's probably second anyway, so I mean I don't see why he would.
Ron's like, get me out of this game. I'm done. Can't say I disagree with him. Hopefully Fly follows his example, and they can just get out before Druin stomps them.
Did he type something in chat?
No, he didn't type anything in chat, but double SP Asteroid tells
Yeah,
me he
double
wants
SP.
out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Druin will now comply and will just calculate correctly to end, and that's it.
I think Druin's going to do the mining area and the industrial center to take away some valuable real estate from Ron, and then from there he'll probably even consider copying it with the strip mine and then go to end, is my bet.
Oh yeah, I imagine that he can copy strip mine, but I don't like it actually. I don't see a point in contesting miner. He did it the other way around. I guess he wants more cards. I personally play mining area here.
Worms, pack it up, guys. We found the winner.
Not the best draws. Not if you don't could get the play.
Well, I don't think he can complete, right?
No, you can
Well-
only draw so many S tier cards before you run out of those cards in the game, right?
I mean, research into AI Central and first draw from AI Central Olympus. I mean, that
I
has
mean,
to
we
be
haven't
that.
seen Antigraph yet, right?
Yeah,
Antigraph is the big one here.
yeah, that would be nice. I mean, probably this sequence is
I don't
the
like
same.
Industrial Center.
I
Why
think it
play
makes
that now?
sense when you're playing against Ron to just go ahead and
Yeah.
take the spot from him.
And
I
also,
would have wanted to start the ocean and take the 2-plant spot. And maybe we do find Antigraph. We just
yeah,
lost cash as well.
yeah, but he
Like
doesn't
there's no
have.
rush
Fly
to take that
is
spot.
hovering over the forfeit button. I feel you, Fly.
Actually, he has Mad Lab. We missed it. That's
Oh yeah, copying.
our better copy,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's way better
Yeah,
than
that's the
just
best
strip
copy.
mine.
Because the energy is still valuable.
Yeah.
It's not useless by any means.
I mean, I
It's like
personally, I don't think it matters, right? I mean, we are discussing just for academical reasons. I think
Yeah,
that
we're
this.
kind of discussing for the memes which plays the funnier one.
Well, what's the score right now? Like he
And
is
currently the score is 56 for Ron, 49 for Druin, 38 for Fly.
So he's not in first yet.
No, he's not in
Probably.
first yet. It's the quality of the cards in his hand compared to Ron's makes me think that it's inevitable.
I mean, next gen he will lead, probably.
Taking a small animal, even though you know the guy is predators, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably considering the fact he can eat anyway, right? So banker now is better. Thinking about this miner, that's interesting.
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
the AGT. Alright, there's Quantum for Fly. He probably will take that.
Pretty much
This
garbage.
is all dead. I mean, building
Yeah,
industry.
Trees is also reasonable. Building Industries to continue to pressure Miner, I think, for Druid makes sense. And Gene Repair seems the pretty good one for Mining Guild, just get some nice VP.
Other cards do nothing. I mean, geothermal is technically two production, right? But it's not relevant, right?
2 production for 14.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, for 11. Really.
Technically, it's 2 production for 11 for my Thorgate, but yeah,
Yeah,
not
that's
doing
what I
that.
said. Because 3.
Yeah, but it's Jedi.
This is not going to jump.
Actually, I think this might be a slight mistake because I don't know if Fly uses it, but if he does building industries, he might be somewhat in contention
Well,
for.
that's why I would have taken Building Industries, right? I think it
Uh,
just makes sense when miners funded. But pretty clear investment loan or lightning harvest for me here. Like investment loan's fine, but lightning harvest is also very cheap.
Knowing Ruin, he probably thinks about ending with that. Not this gen, but he likes to have lots of cash and be flexible and just end on his own
Yeah,
terms.
I mean that is good to do.
That's why I think that he will be sad about Nuke Zone now
Yep.
when he.
Just investment loan for Druin, I think. I think Fly just is going to continue to go for the science dream with Quantum and Mass. It feels too slow, but what
Yeah,
else has he got to do? And then Trees, Gene Repair, Lightning Harvest, all that makes sense for Ron with the dead hand.
actually, second on scientist at the moment, is it Ron? Because that will flip probably. If Ron is second, I'm not sure. They both have like 3 tags, I think, or Fly has 2 and Ron has 3 or something like that. Ron just buying a ton of cards. I mean,
Immigrant City, not the
I'm
best.
surprised he bought Nuke Power over. No,
yeah, he bought new power as well.
like he can use. Yeah, but why not Lightning Harvest?
Yeah, don't get that as well. I mean, he probably assumes new power is cheap, free with steel, but
So Fly 8 from Ron this turn.
Yep, maybe he'll just be
This means
alternating.
Druin has a guaranteed point on small animals now. Yeah, Ron is looking at the small animal, like not believing he just ate his eco zone. Which I can understand, because
Vesta, Great Dam.
Why not hit the player
Not
that
the
has
best
like 3 card draw
cards.
and cards, not a lot of production. Still digging for the AGT.
And pets. Pets might be good to play this game if cities are going to be getting spammed here due to a lack of things to do.
No one has plant production.
That's true as well.
Spamming SPS shards makes more sense to me. Great Dam looks actually okay.
Oh, there's a grass. Is he going to be turning on NRA so that the birds can finally be played? Heather is just one temperature away, so yeah, we might be seeing an attempt for the NRA, and then the birds are going to feast.
Although birds isn't that great actually. Guess I could just get eaten.
Yep, that's
Small
true.
Hamlets. The small Hamlets just completed a point. So birds is like max 1 point. Looks
Yeah,
like.
birds is like half a point, right?
Yeah, because he
Well,
can't.
well, I mean, it's a guaranteed point because he has used the threats already. Like if it goes to Gen 11, that's 2 points. Otherwise, it's 1.
I don't think
I could
drawing
go
has
to
to
Gen
fund
11. Like,
here.
not sure this ends next gen. Still a lot of heat left.
I mean, banker is probably safe, but I don't think he has to rush to fund it. But okay, I mean it's reasonable.
It's
I don't.
fine. Banker
Yeah.
is just always one of those awards that you're asking for it when you fund it. Also makes
Right.
that investment loan a little more awkward for him.
It seems safe. And he might draw something else until the end, I guess.
With banker funded, pets gets more value because cities are more likely to get played.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the best award for him, but I feel that others can't fund anything, so
Right.
sure.
That's my issue with it, is that
Yeah.
it just feels unnecessary this far out to fund it.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because it's for 20. If it's at least for 14, it's more reasonable. And there's still like satellites might be still out there.
We
Full
know that
stage.
Credit Core has Noctis and Open City in hand, which is a lot of cash fraud.
Yeah, 7 cash fraud. And he has Immigrant City and Candy Make Colony as well. Druin has investment loan.
He is bumped, that means Heather is playable. So now he's gonna go for the NRA, I guess. Which I wonder now, will Druin play the birds? I think it makes sense with Preds already used and small animals being there as well.
And he can hit fly now. I mean, fly now will be on the brink of beating the game.
Oh yeah, he has EOS as well.
This is just so horrible. I mean, he didn't know they are there, but I guess
What is so horrible?
that you play an array and then immediately get
Birds.
that. You don't even get those 2 plants for 1 generation. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, 2 is max, so it's not like too surprising.
Yeah, of course. I'm
But
just
it's like
saying.
still fine to play it because it's like really cheap for him. Like he has the titanium, he's credit core, he has the space discounts.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to play an array. It's just unfortunate how this is going to go.
I
It's
would
also really
open
fun.
with Giant Ice.
I would let my energy go over. Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can
you
take
can
one.
take one because
But-
I would play Giant Ice next gen, so you can hit more plants. Although that's like feeling like beating a dead horse, to be honest. But I think it's correct.
you should definitely play EOS Chasma.
Yeah, I agree.
Seems really good here.
I mean, you can make an argument now for Giant Ice now because he can convert right
Well,
away.
you
I
can
guess.
play Giant Ice Convert next turn.
Yeah, you can just convert next turn.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just hitting fly more with that.
Gaz is quite playable here actually.
It's correct to play Giant Ice next gen. That's safe
Yeah.
to say.
Well, what else are you playing now?
But, I mean, you could also play it now. Just go and get the 4 TR. You have other uses for the titanium.
I was
Mm.
thinking Phobos, Gazes.
You could Phobos if you wanted. You can also Phobos next gen too.
I wouldn't play gases yet because I mean you have 3 card draw. The hand looks bad at the moment. I mean not many things to do, but you can draw. You can see the draft. I mean even floating cash I don't hate. So
I mean, if you find anti-graph, it doesn't matter.
Anti-grav is the reason to play the one expensive card here, right? Rather than a couple
you
smaller.
should play Great Dam though.
I'd wait for steel for Great Dam.
definitely still.
We have greenhouses, we have mech fields.
Yeah, but the greenhouses are cheaper, right? I mean even passing now is fine.
Like technically, we have 4 steel production. It's not a ton. Say cash and steel.
2 things make sense here for me: Giant Ice convert or just pass.
Hang in there, Fly. I know you want to forfeit, but hang in there.
Yeah, that game. I mean, technically, Fly has 7 plants, so you get full value of 2 Giant Ice now, right?
Druin just passes. I don't
Yeah.
really like that so much.
Yeah, I don't like it as well.
I actually like
But he's played GIA. It's like 4 cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, standard tech to just end it tempting, but asteroid's good. It looks like Fly took ice asteroid. Is that correct? I think you should take protected habs when you have predators here.
Yeah, and
You're
he
passing
passed.
to the guy that has birds and small animals, so
Yeah, and you also passed virus, and now you have plants as well. I mean, he probably thinks he's completely dead and nobody will mess with him. But like,
What did he take?
you're-
I think he passed protected habs to take ice asteroid. Yeah, which is just a clear mistake now. Druin just plays protected habs and is happy.
yeah. I mean, there is nothing to think about here. He probably thinks company is triple, but I mean, why? It
Yeah, I
doesn't
wouldn't
matter.
worry about Banker here. Yeah, I mean, it's never molehole area, but that's a -1 cash problem business network. Just
I
making
would
that
just
Banker more annoying.
I would just take it
Just
and not
cut
play
it.
it.
Yeah.
There is no reason to play that now.
Yeah, exactly.
With 3 cards up.
I would have played the last gen quite differently. I think. Like if you play gases, Gaz's GIA, you just have like an extra 6 catch.
Yeah, true, but I think he may want to even end now because
But you can end better if you have GIA.
Yeah, true. I mean, I would play GA last gen, but
Yeah, I would have
I
played
think
GIA Gaz's for sure.
I don't think I would bother with guesses at all. Maybe.
It's 2 points, like,
Yeah, sure. I
you
mean,
know.
last gen
It's
play,
better than
if I don't
Phobos,
have that.
actually.
Druin can do whatever he wants at this point, but I don't think it's changing the outcome. Yeah, just keeping 2. I agree with Ice Asteroid Invention Contest for him. Wow, Molehole area? I don't agree with that, Ron. I know you want out, but save your steel for the minor fund that you funded. I think it's just standard tech if
Yeah.
you're going to continue on your SP Asteroid plays.
Yeah, multiple doesn't make sense. It's one hit bump basically. If it goes to 11, I mean, probably will, but it's still one hit bump only.
Yeah, an easy
Wow.
protected Habs. That was another big blunder by Fly. At least he has the eco zone
Yeah,
to
but
keep
I
eating
also
from.
really don't like what he's doing. Why not GIA?
I would
Like,
play.
imagine now Ice Asteroid, another Ocean played, and you just lost the Ocean.
Yep,
Yeah,
It's horrible.
agreed.
I mean, he should. I mean, he
At the
probably.
very least, the one actioning doesn't make sense. Draw your cards as quickly as possible to get your information. Then you can approach it methodically.
Yeah.
I don't
Now
quite
he also took the
understand
spot.
this.
Like, it's so bad.
Yeah.
He could also have built 6 plants, but matters too much. This was
Yeah, I
really
don't
bad.
quite understand his play there.
I mean, and now he also lost like the great Ocean spot.
Herbivore's cloud seeding, not what he's looking for.
What you want to see there.
I think he's trying to stall them out and end the game. That's what he wants to do, I guess, but still.
Yeah, but you can stall them out anyway, right?
Yeah, he can stall them out in any case, even by 2 action.
The GIA is still correct here, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, he's trailing. He's winning at the moment.
He's
so
winning, like, and his hand is stacked compared to Ron's.
I mean, he's probably a bit concerned, but still.
Like, I don't hate drawing your cards here by any means, right? Like, that's fine. See what your options are, but then play it.
I mean, also the Spanker isn't like locked.
No, Banker is not locked by any means, which is why I hated the fund.
That's why I will at least like get like some plant destruction value while you can.
Yeah.
And now he's let Ron convert.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the sequence here.
This is really.
Yeah, I think
Not
this
good.
was horrible played by Druin. I don't like it at all.
Sorry, Gwen. We should watch this later. But yeah, I would be interested to hear what his thought process about this. And he allowed Sky. I mean, he could destroy 9 plants. Now he doesn't have any plants to destroy. I really don't understand.
And he lost a good Ocean spot, and he lost 4 cash from not playing the last round.
Yeah,
He could have killed like 4 Flies plants last gen.
he could kill 6 because Fly ended the gen with 4 production and 7 plants.
Yeah, but you don't want to kill
Yeah, no,
Fly's
I
stuff,
meant-
right? You want to kill Ron's stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I meant if he had played it last round.
Yeah. And I mean, imagine that the draft was
Lava
different.
flows can get out of this game quicker.
And I would just end this if I want to be honest.
This one actioning when you're so far ahead is gonna drive me insane.
Well, if Druin wins, he plays
He plays
against
me
you.
in filter, which is why I'm saying it's gonna drive me insane if when I'm playing with him he just one actions when he has AI central, restricted area, and all this stuff.
Yeah. Also, Lava Flows is not playable. All spots are taken.
Oh, that's true. Good call, Phil. There, Highlander.
And good call, Lantry. Now I see it in chat. He wrote it as well.
Well,
Yeah.
on the positive side, you can play a GIA bump for the top one. I guess that was the only upside on leading on GIA.
That's the upside, but I mean, I think killing a bunch of plants from your nearest competition is better than getting the 1 TR from the ocean.
I agree.
And I mean, you probably don't care about that because if the game ends, you're winning anyway. I mean, he probably wins next gen, not probably, almost certainly, but
I think if he ends here, he just wins as well, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if he played it correctly, I think there is no discussion about it. So I'm interested to hear about his thought process and why he played like this gen. I mean, I understand he wants to stall them out and then probably just end the game. I mean, he does that all the time. That's why he floated cash. But
I understand that, he, like, obviously he's a good player. He has a reason for why he did what he did. I just think his reasoning was wrong to have done it.
It would also be much easier if he had nukes on.
yeah. Yeah, those are some minor mistakes he made this game.
I wouldn't call it a minor mistake to skip on nuke zone when you're wanting to force the game to end. But
yeah, at that point he might not realize that he can force the game end and win in that sense. So I mean, and also he had 3 card draw, right? So he probably thought, okay, I can even stall the game out because Ron doesn't have card draw, so I end when I want and win. So long game, short game. But on the other hand, even if you don't play nuke zone, like -2 cash and you don't miss cash. So that's why it was definitely correct to take it. That's my reasoning.
alright, so I think we're finally going to see the purpose for Druin's plan, which was to get the ocean bonus. But he now is going to have to play Asteroid and Giant Ice Asteroid to just kill 3 plants, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that feels awful.
Yeah. Because even if they get a bump and the another ocean, he will take more plants, all plants, right? So that negates, and even those plants are more points that potential 1 bump for Ron, right? If Ron gets it. So I think it's pretty clear what was correct, but I mean, probably doesn't matter in this game.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
I mean, look at Ron's hands. It's so sad.
I mean,
Yeah.
mangrove and trees are great with the temperature being so close, but yeah, there's nothing there that'll save him from this onslaught.
Yeah. And let's see if the run can end. It probably can.
It'll be close. With Nuke Zone, I think he easily can. Without it, it'll be harder.
I mean, doesn't he have to like SP 4 heat and an ocean?
He will get ocean.
Yep,
And
which
he
is
has
why
no
I think
stand
it'll be
attack,
difficult.
so I don't think it's possible for him.
He gets 4 rebate from the 2 plants he'll get, and he gets 4 rebate on the GIA here.
He also
4 heat pumps is 56 cash. Like,
Yeah.
he also gets
yeah, he has a loan.
he has low. I think he can. It's close.
with Nuke Zone, it's not even a question. He ends here and wins, which is why I hate that he skipped it.
Yeah, also greenhouses, if it is another conversion, that's more cash. So that's 4 cash more, right? Because you can use steel. Okay, he doesn't have. It's basically negating itself. I thought he had that still.
So they both pass, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Both passed. You're winning all of it. Minor is the only question, but not going to worry about getting second there. So just go ahead and play the GIA finally. SPing the asteroids now, huh? Why not GIA?
I mean, if he decided to end, it's the same, right? The sequence.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, to kill more plants. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Should have played the asteroid first, right? So you can use the titanium on GIA.
Yeah, but I mean, he should calculate that fly is way behind, right? So I don't think it matters. I mean, this is correct, definitely. Fly, but
You also have to run the mangrove spot.
If the game ends here, you can't play it, right? But he did make a mistake. The asteroid should have been first. Yeah. He realizes his mistake.
oh my god. Yeah, now I mean, asteroid doesn't make sense.
Well, I guess it's one expensive.
Yeah, Ron wants out. I'm with him.
Oh my god.
I think he can still end.
I think
Yeah.
with investment loan and
Yeah.
selling all his cards, he can end here.
This is technically 3 cash.
Yep.
I convert for 4. Loan.
Yeah,
Then he can sell all his cards and end. Yep.
Yeah, he can.
This didn't feel clean at all.
No. This was messy, but props to him for ending the game when he's winning, as opposed to some of these other games we've seen where they drag it out for an extra 4 gens because they want to be sure.
I mean, now he can't even take the point. He doesn't. Because he can sell all and just send it. I would leave greenhouses probably.
No, I gotta virus those animals, I guess. Just for funsies.
I mean, asteroid and SP.
Asteroid is technically better since it does help him on minor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play all asteroid. Convert for the point. Oh no, he doesn't get the 2 EMC rig there. You can pass on virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, virus doesn't actually matter beyond just memeing.
I mean, asteroid is better. Yeah.
How does
Got
mana
it.
look like? Does it even help?
Play it.
Where?
He's second, I think. Take 4 cash. I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
4 cash, 1 point. I think it's all the same here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, you can still play McField.
Yeah, I would take more points because he can still play.
He could sell one, play the other. It's 1 point either way against his closest competition.
Yeah, virus in the zone.
Yeah, but I mean, he should
But
realize.
I think he's like overthinking this. Probably, he maybe doesn't have score tracker.
Yeah, he doesn't have support tracker, but I mean, he sees he wins.
Yeah, he knows he wins.
Yeah, you're safe.
I
You're
mean, he
safe.
knows he wins.
Well, GG.
Yep.
Well, private, the game just ended. As you can see. I didn't see the comment.
Looks
Yeah,
like it's going to be me, Filter, and Druin in the next match of the playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take
game,
out any of the frustration on me, Druin, about me saying I didn't like your sequencing there. It's just me being honest.
oh no, he will play every game
I mean,
first.
yeah, it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, the game was played overall pretty well. I would say that this was probably the strongest game so far, which you
Well,
broadcast.
yeah, I mean, I like Druin's and Ron's choices for the most parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ron
At
played
least
a
again.
reasonable well game.
Ron did what he could do, right? Like, what? There's nothing you can do when you're equal, and suddenly your opponent draws like 4-card draw. Like, you're just dead.
GG
Yeah,
flying.
especially like with the heat storm this game. No one having heat control.
Yep, GG, Ron. So,
No card draw was brutal.
yeah, so what were your thoughts during the game there?
I mean, I had like some good cards. The start was pretty like nice. I think like things were costing nicely. The tech demo was the best of my life, and then I had no card draw, and they did get card draw, and so I couldn't scale. Is how I felt the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
we all
like the
thought you
start was pretty
played-
even, but then I just couldn't do anything because I had no card draw.
We all thought you played about as good as you could. I especially liked how you got the Gardener line
Yeah.
there when Fly tried to force it. I think really it was just horrible luck on your part that Druin played research and found AI Central, and then
that
from
was
AI
with that draw?
Central got restricted area in Olympus Conference.
Oh jeez, I didn't know all of that happened. The one thing I was not sure about Miner for a long time because Druin also had a lot of mineral production.
I
So,
did
I
not
think-
like the minor fund, but it worked out for you.
I had
so
nothing. I
it's
just
right.
had nothing to. I mean, like funding it earlier, I wasn't sure about because I just had nothing to spend my steel on. But I didn't want to lock myself into that.
We
I
didn't
don't know.
fly both minor and banker funds, but they worked out. I mean, for the reason because you don't see anything else being funded at that point of the game, so you can prolong it a bit more, I guess. So that's why. But I
true.
mean, he had nothing else to do, I guess. So
Did you
You're
well played?
GG Druin, you crushed us.
GG.
Yeah, it was so lucky that I found the AI Central when I played research.
Yeah,
It
that was
turned-
the
turned my
game
game around.
deciding play for you there, Druin. Without that, I think you and Ron stay very close, but AI just catapulted you to an easy
Yeah.
win.
What was Fly doing for the whole beginning of the game? You're muted, Fly, if you're trying to talk. But the selling the cards and waiting, and I thought maybe
Fly
Earth
started
was
with
there, but I
Earth
wasn't sure what was
Catapult
going
in
on.
hand, which
Yeah.
with Credit Core is a very good combination, but he I guess didn't want to reveal it too early, and he also wanted Planner, and as a result, his plays are very awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seems
I
like
think it was-
he wanted to steal Gardner with some standard projects.
Yeah, but
and all.
he didn't have to pass you planner or plantation. That was very strange. I don't actually remember, but what was the card he picked? But passing plantation and then going for SP greenery with her cat in hand was just definitely game losing.
Well,
For-
I got pretty lucky with the plantation to be even be able to play it. I had to get a science tag off of tech.
Yeah, sure, of course. But I mean, he knows that you have it. Also, he did some more passes and weird draft picks, and then play into something he knows that you both have. So I personally I liked his game the least. But I mean, I understand why he was overwhelmed because he had some Jovians, he had Mults, and then he was like, okay, let's play asteroid mining first, and then save Earthcat, right? But then he didn't even buy insects, and then he
Oh wow.
went for NRA.
NRA, yeah.
So it was all the mess. I think he realized from the beginning that he's probably dead even with Earthcat. So that's why I think his play dropped. He was overwhelmed with choices, and then he couldn't decide, and then he made a mistake.
Well, I was overwhelmed by not having any choices, so maybe
Did you
somewhere in the
miss
middle
one?
would have been good.
Did you miss one building tag run? For
I didn't have.
getting
All I
building?
had was
You had Radcam.
Radchem, but I had no power, so I couldn't get builder.
Yeah,
I was
so
so afraid I would be punished. I took mining rights instead of
Oh,
insects. And,
if you had put mining rights on the titanium, I would have been in trouble because I needed that for. Well, I guess it just would have made my gardener more awkward. So I was pretty happy where you put it.
yeah, I needed the exact
That steel.
play strip mine. That
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big gen for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
was so
really
afraid I
liked-
would lose builder due to having the playing last
Yeah.
the turn after, and I couldn't afford.
Yeah,
something
I just
that-
didn't have the building tags, and I was more concerned about gardener than builder.
so at that stage, Ron, I mean, you could try to like make a bluff and then just go for Radcam because you had money in that generation to go, and then you have 7. But I mean,
I don't want to play around with my plants.
Yeah, I understand, but I mean, maybe Druin also must play something bad for builder. You get some value, and I mean, Redcam is not bad for you at that stage in any case.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's reasonable what you played. We liked your play until like when you already realized you can do anything and started SPing asteroids, and then you probably made some bad choices. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it was over at that point.
It doesn't matter. At the point he SP'd asteroids, Druin had won, and Ron just wanted to save some of his time.
Well, I mean, I think it was like legitimately the best thing I could do. I'm not gonna like grief these games to just get out of them faster. Like, the only things I had in my hand were plant cards that needed heat. Like, what? There's nothing else I can do. If I just like SP cities, he's just gonna win by more.
Yep, I agree.
At that stage, I mean, before Druin got what he got, you were both very close, and I felt that you both played really well. I really, really liked the start of Torgate. I mean, every set.
Yeah.
Torgate's
well,
OP.
yeah, this is probably one of the best Torgates I saw. Like the hand, I mean, we obviously see that as Druin saw it, that it will be great, and it worked out perfectly, and we really liked to see that. Because
Yeah.
I think you can play better with Torgate. I mean, this is the combination which Torgate needs to really shine, I think. And that happened.
It was a fun game, and I passed so many good plant cards along. Like
Yeah.
NRA and all the synergies for, and all the plant cards that needed heat, like bushes and grass and so on. Just
Yeah.
the
but
oxygen just went so fast.
There's a bumper, and I played like a bunch of plants that didn't need like plantation and what's it called?
Also, guys,
Valley.
Fly's chatting in Regolit, so if you want to see also what he thinks about the
Yeah,
game.
he said he went for planar, tried to get planar and Gardner.
Yeah, I think he saw it probably alone that he couldn't, but he wanted to try because that was his only out, basically. So Fly was really unlucky with because for what happened in the game. You started with rushing oxygen with the bumper, and he had Articology, which was after Earthcat, the best card in his hand, and then he didn't have oceans, so no oceans. And then, I mean, he can get Gardner, right? If he had oceans like Ice Asteroid and then goes with Articology Ice Asteroid, he gets Gardner, and the game is different, right? Very different. And I guess he was a bit annoyed by that fact, and then, I mean, everything went south. But I think even if he didn't make those mistakes, I think he can't win.
Fly just had a really unfortunate sequence where he had to choose between Arcticology and imported hydrogen, and both of those are Gardner losing.
Gardner, yeah.
And so he's now like, "Hey Ron, you get to get Gardner now, and I can't stop you."
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. But I think that, I mean, in hindsight, that was wrong. But at that stage of the game, I mean, you can't argue that passing Arcticology early is correct. right?
No, I think it was correct to take Arctic Algae. It's just unfortunate how it played out because either one of those is potentially Gardner losing, and you just have to pick the better of the cards. And I think Arctic Algae is the better card, so he made the right draft choice there. Just unfortunate how it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, hydrogen was just perfect for me. I had like the perfect interval of plants, and I had titanium. But like, Arctic Algae is the better card in a vacuum, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Fly, okay, so now reminded what he typed here, reminded me why he drafted Solar Power over better card there. And he passed because he thought that he wants you to get Builder, right, and not Druid. Because he saw that Druid is getting, if he gets a milestone as well, he is getting really, really strong. And that was correct, obviously. Yeah, but...
Yeah. So here Fly is saying that he wants Builder to go to Mining Guild, which leaves him enough money to sneak in the Gardener, because Mining Guild spent all his money, and that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I was sure you would compete on Builder as well, so I would have had the same thought.
Yeah, but he didn't know that you have it anyway, so I mean
after all of this, like none of it matters because Druin could have just made the game go like 2 more gens and won by 30 points if he wanted to. So it doesn't really.
Yeah, but
like
we didn't know that.
We didn't know it at the time,
point,
but like in retrospect.
I mean, if Druin doesn't get those ridiculous draws from research, I mean, the game might. I mean, I think Druin was in the best position anyway, even without that. But I mean, the game is.
I mean, if I get AI Central instead, then I'm in a better position.
Yeah, it completely came down to the AI Central. I think you both were evenly matched until that power card came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense, if we imagine that nobody gets AI Central, then you're close, pretty much. But I think Druin has upper hand anyway, because he had a stronger hand at the moment.
My first draw from AI Central was Olympus Conference and Restricted Area.
Yeah.
It just snowballed.
Yeah, that was just, we were like, oh, get out of here.
Probably even better than my tech demo, which I thought was the best 2 cards you could get off.
It was an insane tech demo.
What did you get?
I got the power. What's the
Solar
science
Wind Power?
Solar Wind Power and Electro Catapult.
Yeah.
And the Solar Wind Power gave me my second science tag, which allowed Plantation. So it was insane. I think it was literally the 2 best cards I could get at that point.
Yeah. And nothing sticked for Fly. I mean, he saw a wide variety of great cards, but I mean, he had a hodgepodge hand. Not hodgepodge like
I know.
Red hodgepodge who has insane hands, but hodgepodge like many tiny pieces and you don't know what to do with it. And he was probably overwhelmed, and then it ended like it ended. So it was unfortunate for him, but I mean, it was a really good game and fun to watch and fun to comment.
Well,
and don't get mad on us for some. I mean, I also
understand.
When he drew everything, I said, okay, so this is how Druin beats me. I mean, last season, this season he didn't high roll, but that was my comment on your draws there, Druin. I was kidding.
I wouldn't expect anything else, Highland.
Yeah, I always expect something like this from you. And now everybody saw it, and now everybody know it is true, and not me saying shit things and incorrect things. So yeah.
You gotta time it, man. You have to play research at Gen 6 out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, we like
don't draw like that against me, Drew, in our next game, okay? I want a good game, not that stuff going on.
And don't play hate cards on him because he hated some of your plays. Yeah, we wanted to ask you this. Last gen, what was your thinking about the sequencing? Because we saw it is really strange. You lost value on Giant Ice. I mean, you didn't even draw after playing Habs, right? You just one action. We saw it is strange. I mean, we understand you want to stall, right? But I mean, you cannot stall them anyway.
You mean lost value from not hitting plants, or?
Yeah, like Ron had 5 plants you could have destroyed, which is like a 2-point gain against him. And if he uses the tempo to take the ocean bonus with like a SP asteroid, that's fine. That's 14 more cash for you to have to play better cards for you, right?
So my thought was that if he would SP asteroids, I would win the game on the spot. I just needed the game to end.
Right, which is why we were puzzled by the GIA not being played sooner.
If no one no one contributed, I would just play Giant Ice Asteroid next gen instead. So
Yeah,
that's why I just stalled.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. Filter and Thread also liked Giant Ice Gen before, like not passing and playing Giant Ice right away. But for the opening, the last gen, I think Giant Ice made a lot of sense because you get the best spots next to Noctis, right? 2 plants and then you can
I
and
understand.
you take more plants. So, and then if they want to SP asteroids, let them do it. I mean, you have enough points in the hand to beat them and win that gen,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
I mean,
Yeah, probably.
that's why it felt strange. I mean, we are maybe influenced because we see everything. We have perfect information, but I think that I think it was clear that you have the most actions. You can stall them out, so you don't need to open with caps and skip, right? I mean, you can stall them out anyway. That's why we didn't like that. So only that.
It's just always nice to play with full information at the end of the gen. That's pretty much just what I went for.
Yeah.
But then I screwed up the sequence in the sense
Yeah, correct.
that I played Asteroid after Giant Asteroid, so suddenly
It didn't matter. You could have
sticks
SP'd
tracks.
with your
Yeah.
cash, also. It didn't matter.
Yeah, but it was somewhat close that I didn't have the money to end because I screwed the sequence up. But
Related to that, why did you skip on the nuke zone, Drew? And that had made it so much easier for you.
Yeah, at that point I had always drawn AI, so I was pretty sure I would win a long game. So
Yeah,
didn't
that's why.
feel like taking nukes on.
Yeah,
It's
that's
point
what
neutral and just trying to end the game.
Yeah, it was my assumption, but also Thread and Filter didn't like that. And I mean, they're right because even if you don't want to use Nuke Zone, right? I mean, but you will probably want to use it. It's -2 cash, and I mean, you're overflown with cash. And if you high roll and that matters, it actually doesn't matter in the end because then you will score so many points. So if you miss like 2 or 3 points from playing your high rolled cards, again you just win. I mean, it's just.
I mean, I can do your point, but I also think when you have AI and the card draw online, like the
Yeah, I mean,
when you want to keep a card is just higher. I didn't want to pick mediocre cards when I had so much card draw.
I
And
mean,
I think Nuke Zone was mediocre at that point.
yeah, it's reasonable, but I mean, if you get into this kind of situation to just end and win, Nuke Zone is probably the best card you can get. A lot of flows were drawn by Fly, I think, but it was dead, yeah. So, I mean, you saw it, I guess.
Well, big relief to end the game and come in here and have you all say that I didn't fuck up horribly. So, big sigh of relief.
I think you played as good a game as you could. Nothing you could have done would have changed the situation.
Yeah.
Probably can't even fuck up horribly when you don't have options, right? I mean, I have no options from Gen 5, and that's it. I mean, I just can SPS race, that's all. Or standard cities, but I mean, you were right when you said, I mean, standard cities don't benefit you, so I mean, that was it basically. You all played well. I mean, Fly, we didn't like Fly, and maybe Fly don't angry on us if you look this game again. But I mean, I understand why you had difficulties because you had so many options and you couldn't evaluate what's better. And then, I mean, in general, I think it's just better to get okay. I am Predicor and I have a catapult. I will play cards, and that's it. I mean, I think that was probably the safest bet from everything you had. But as you can see, I think you are not winning this game, even if you played like correctly in hindsight, even so, and made all correct decisions. I think if Druin finds AI and restricted, it's just over. You have no card draw, and that's it.
Yep. Well, GG's to everyone.
GG.
Drew, and I'll
Yeah,
be looking
GG.
forward to playing you in our next round.
That'll
So,
be a fun one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too.
hopefully someone will commentate that game so we can watch back and see how that game goes.
I mean, I can if no one else is, and I'm available. But
Yeah.
probably someone more interesting can do it.
No, I mean,
I think you're interesting.
everybody-
Thank you.
Yeah, why not? I jumped in, like Thread asked me when the stream started, and do you want to comment as well? And then Filter joined as well, and Benny made some comments. So I think it's all fine. If somebody streams here, somebody will join and comment, and that's great.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever want me to jump on, I can. But no worries either way.
Yeah.
Nice, appreciate that. The plan was originally to have Anthracite do most of these
Yeah,
with me, and then he's just been traveling all the time.
Yeah,
But I
know.
think next week he'll be available. So
I mean, it's
maybe-
weird because these games can be like at literally any time of the day since it's worldwide now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's why I'm calling the stream.
Yep.
See everyone
Yeah.
later.
See ya.
GG, guys.
Bye, guys.